It was late October in Raven Creek, Pennsylvania, a town so small that everyone knew the sound of everyone else's truck. Nights in Raven Creek were predictable. Main Street went dark by 9. The diner locked its doors early, and the high school football field sat abandoned, its bleachers groaning in the autumn wind. 17-year-old Daniel Carter was driving home from a late shift at the gas station. The roads were empty, save for the occasional deer darting across Route 11. His old Chevy rattled with every bump, headlights cutting through the thick Pennsylvania fog. He liked this part of the drive, the silence, the calm. But tonight his phone buzzed with an alert. He glanced down. Emergency broadcast. Residents of Raven Creek remain indoors. Do not respond to voices calling your name outside. This is not a test. Daniel frowned. Tornado warnings were common this time of year, but this was different. His stomach tightened. He pressed on the gas, eager to get home. When he pulled into the driveway, the American flag on his neighbor's porch swayed in the cold wind. The house looked normal, warm lights glowing in the windows. Nothing felt dangerous, at least not yet. Inside, his mom was tidying the kitchen. Martha Carter, a nurse at the local clinic, looked tired but calm. She hadn't seen the alert. The television in the living room was on, but nothing played, just static hissing and flickering shadows across the walls. His little sister Emily, only 9 years old, was asleep upstairs clutching her stuffed rabbit. Daniel thought maybe he was overreacting, maybe the alert was a glitch. He tossed his keys on the counter, exhaled, and started to explain when it happened. The first sound, a woman's voice, drifting through the night air, soft and pleading. Daniel, come outside. I need your help." The voice was familiar. Mrs. Keller, an older woman from church who lived 2 houses down. His mum froze mid-step. "Isn't that?" Daniel's phone buzzed again, interrupting her. "Update. Do not open the door. The voices are not your neighbors. Do not let them see you." The words hit him like ice water. He turned toward the door, heart thudding. The voice grew closer, now right under the porch light, knocking. Gentle at first. "Danny, it's Mom. Please, let me in." Daniel's eyes widened. His mum stood beside him, pale, clutching his arm. "That's not me," she whispered. The knock grew louder, rattling the frame. "Danny, it's cold out here. Don't make me wait." The lights above them flickered. The house groaned, as if the walls themselves were holding their breath. Daniel's phone slipped in his sweaty hand. Another buzz. "Warning, it knows your name." This time the voice outside wasn't Mrs. Keller. It wasn't even his mother. It was his own. "Daniel, I'm cold. Please, open the door." The words twisted wrong, as if someone had pulled his voice apart and reassembled it, every syllable strained. His mum dragged him back from the door. "Don't look at it. Don't listen," her voice cracked. She was terrified, more terrified than he had ever seen her. The pounding on the door turned violent. Wood splintered. The distorted voice outside grew into a chorus, hundreds of voices chanting his name over and over. "Daniel, Daniel, Daniel." Upstairs, Emily screamed. He bolted up the steps 2 at a time, his mother right behind him. Emily stood at the window, wide-eyed, pointing into the yard. "Danny, who are all those people standing in the yard?" He pulled her back, but not before he saw them. Dozens of figures stood perfectly still in the darkness. Men, women, children, faces blurred, smudged, impossible to recognize. Their bodies twitched slightly, like bad TV reception, frozen between movements. And every one of them was staring at the house. The phone buzzed again in his pocket. Hands shaking, Daniel pulled it out. "Final alert. Do not let them inside. Survive until dawn." The window glass shivered as the figures moved closer. Emily sobbed into his shirt. His mum whispered a prayer, voice breaking. Then silence. No knocking, no voices. Just the deep, suffocating quiet of midnight in Raven Creek. For a moment, Daniel thought maybe it was over. Maybe whatever had been out there was gone. Then the sound of footsteps creaked across the upstairs hallway. Inside the house, Daniel froze. His mum's eyes widened. Slowly, he turned his head toward the stairs. A shadow stretched up the wall, long and distorted. The sound of bare feet dragging across the floorboards grew closer. "Danny," a voice whispered. It was Emily's voice, but Emily was right there, clutching his hand, trembling. The footsteps stopped outside her bedroom door. The knob turned. Daniel grabbed his baseball bat from under the bed and raised it high, ready to swing at whatever came through. His heart thundered in his chest. The door creaked open an inch. Then another. The thing that stepped inside looked like him. Same hair, same clothes, same eyes. But the smile was wrong, stretched too wide. Teeth too many. Its head tilted. Movements jerky like a broken marionette. "Danny," it hissed. "I'm you. Let me stay." Daniel swung the bat with all his strength. The thing shrieked, collapsing into static and smoke before vanishing into the floor. Outside, the chanting voices erupted in unison, shaking the walls of the house. The figures pressed closer against the windows, palms slapping glass, mouths moving soundlessly. The family huddled together in Emily's room, clutching each other, praying for dawn. Every second dragged like an hour. The house rattled, the voices howled, the world felt like it was caving in. Then, finally, the first light of morning crept over the horizon. The voices stopped. The figures dissolved into the mist. The house went still. Daniel's phone buzzed one last time. All clear. You survived the test. Raven Creek is safe until the next siren. The screen went black. And outside, on every porch in town, neighbors stood silently, staring toward the Carter house.